No secret that last night's UofL basketball game was anything but pleasant.
The Cards lost to Arkansas State, and as Rick Bozich and Crawford explain, that has some fans questioning what's Kenny Payne's future at the school look like. Guys?
Well, yes, it does have fans saying that, Rick. Anytime you have a loss like that, the next day is always what we've come to expect. It's radio shows blowing up, it's social media blowing up, fans wanting action right now. So what has happened today, the day after?
Just a basic day at UofL basketball from what I've been told. Thursday is the scheduled day off this week where they have no practice. The players aren't practicing as a team. Individual workouts can be going on. They'll be back at it on Friday at 2 o'clock. I'm sure there'll be a film session of how atrocious the defensive performance was, and they'll try and get back to being the team they were that almost beat Texas, gave Indiana a good game, and not the team that looked so bad against Arkansas State. But know this, Kenny Payne is aware of what the conversation is out in the public because Eric Crawford asked him about it Wednesday night.
If I lived my life not be true to myself, I probably would, but I live my life in faith. I live my life knowing that, to be honest with you, am I doing right by the young people?
You know, he's living his life by faith, and that's a great thing with Kenny Payne. And Louisville basketball administration, the athletic administration is living by sight, and that's what we're all living with right now. We're watching what's happening on the basketball court, and it's hard to pair those two things together. But what I think people need to understand is that we're not talking about replacing, you know, a minimum wage worker down at the grocery store. Those people work hard, but this is a CEO of a multi-million-dollar operation, and it's a big money set up at UofL, and it involves the lives of young people. It involves a lot that has to do with administration at UofL. So I don't think this is going to happen as quickly as people want. It's not as easy as waking up in the morning and say, this has to change. How does it change? What does it look like if it changes, and should it change at all? And I think that's a lot of stuff that's still being worked out at the University of Louisville and at the administrative level.
Yeah, at this point, Kenny Payne has a game against Pepperdine at 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and he has to focus the team on winning that game. And it's probably the most winnable game left on the schedule. And then Kentucky comes in next week, which will be a very difficult moment because it might be the best team they play the rest of the year, and they have the distinct possibility of having an arena filled with 15 or 16,000 Kentucky fans. So there's a lot of stuff going on. They've got to figure it out, but we'll stay on top of it here at WDRB and WDRB.com. Just click on sports.